What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be sharing about how I went from zero to chairman in 91 days within the business. Now these next 30 minutes may be the most important of your entire career, and this can dramatically change your life if you take action upon it. And this is my journey, guys. I'm going to be sharing with you and going through everything. And if you've probably heard before, slow and steady wins the race. And what I'm going to be sharing, that is not true. Success loves speed. Slow and steady will not win you the race. Maybe in a year or in a month, I'm going to be, I'm going to build a little bit, I'm going to tell some people, and I'm going to do this, and that's not going to work. Hitting this with massive action and force is what's going to allow you to go to Chairman 10 within 91 days. Now, has it been done before? Yeah, absolutely it has. Will it be easy? No. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. My mentor taught me, Austin, what's easy to do is hard to live with, right? People want to take the easy way out. It's easy to watch TV. It's easy to hang out with your girlfriend on Netflix and chill. It's easy to go out and eat. It's easy to just, put off the hard work. But what's hard to do is easy to live with. So what's easy to do is hard to live with. What's hard to do will eventually be easy to live with. So, I'm going to show you guys a little analogy. If you guys have ever been on an airplane before, I had never been on an airplane in my entire life before network marketing. I've now been on thousands of flights. I've traveled hundreds of thousands of miles. I've been to over 30 countries. And every time I'm on a plane, it's the same thing, right? If you guys have been on an airplane, and I don't say that to brag or boast or impress you. I say it to impress upon you. Before this industry, man, I had never, ever been on an airplane. And because of this 90-day game plan, I can attribute this 90-day burst of energy, this 90-day sprint, this 90-day all-out massive action launch. I can attribute most of my success back to that 90 days, right? Which led me to be able to travel the world, live financially free, do these types of things. Guys, this is what it really is. Like I said, will it be easy? No. But this video is not for everybody. This video is for the ones that want to change their life, that are sick and tired of being sick and tired and ready to make a change within their life. So guys, I'm not an artist. We should know that, right? I don't know. I don't want to embarrass myself here. I don't know what the heck I'm drawing here. So guys, let's say this is the airplane, right? When an airplane takes off the runway and it's going to take off, how much percent does a plane need to take off of the runway? Sorry about that, the memory card filled up. 60%. Is that true? No. 70%. What about that? Nope. What about 87%? Nope. It's 95%. Not true that you will go 95% take off the runway. It's 100%. We know this. 100% full out, all out, massive action is what a plane needs to take off of the runway. So your first 90 days, my first 90 days, were 100% full out, all out, massive action. Sacrificing, going all in, doing the work that needed to be done that I'm going to go over in the video. But here's what you got to understand. When you take off and you go up and you reach an altitude, when you get to 20, 30, 40,000 feet, you do not have to maintain that 100. Obviously, you still put the work in, you still leave that example, and you still go hard. The speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. But that's when the plane will cut back 60%, 70%. So after this 90-day blitz, you don't take a break. We don't take break. We break records. But what you do is you go into like a maintenance mode. You take a step back and go into another 90-day where you're building leadership and you're building the people that you brought in. You're building what you just you're taking care of what you just built, and then you're promoting, as we'll talk about, to another event. So what's at the end of the runway? Usually like an ocean, trees, whatever it may be. So if you don't go, what's at the end of the runway waiting for you? Trees. You're going to crash. People, I'm just going to, every couple days, I might get somebody on the webinar. I might bring somebody to the event. We're not. This video is not for everybody. This is for the select few individuals that are ready to take over and go all in. Now look, A lot of people will overestimate what they can do in a week, in a day, in a month, but they underestimate what they can accomplish within a 90-day period. So this video, guys, first of all, take notes. As I mentioned before, you forget 96, 97% of the things that you hear. So taking notes, man, they're a tangible product of your hard work. So make sure that you apply this. Teach this to your team. Duplicate this. Show this video to your team. This is what I did. And there are other videos out there on the Chairman Blueprint, this, that, the other. I mean, all the videos are great. I'm just sharing what I did. This is exactly the steps that I took. Now, look, guys, my first 2 years in MLM, I didn't make much money because I wasn't taking all out massive action. I wasn't doing what needed to be necessarily done. It's good to read books and train and develop and audios and videos and the grind and in group chats or this, that, the other, or scrolling through Facebook and Instagram looking at other leaders. That's not going to help you rank up. That's not going to pay the bills. What you need to do is take massive action. One of my mentors said also, when you come into business, you don't aim, get ready, and then shoot. You come in and just come in, shoot, and then you aim, and then you get ready. You learn as you go. You'll learn more from an hour in the field than you will from 10 hours in a book. That's what my mentor taught me, right? You learn through action. So, when I came into network marketing my first 2 years, I didn't make much money. I never made over $2,000 per month. When I came into IM, I took massive action. The first time I was in the company, came in, took massive action, full out launch, every day, all day, webinars, calls, grind, events, enrolling, recruiting, presenting, prospecting, promoting. Guys, within 90 days, within 120 days, just about, hit Chairman 100 and had almost 20,000 active customers in the business. Now, is that possible? People have done it in the industry. Is it possible for you? Maybe not. But guys, I'm going to show you what I did to go Chairman 10 in 91 days. Now, number one, you want to decide, in this 90-day period, you're going to be building to an event, right? And this event, you want to decide how many people you're putting into that event. You're going to campaign to this event, right? I'm going to break my notes a little closer. Now, with this event, you're going to put a room together, an event name, a campaign. You're going to build around this event, right? You are the promoter of this event. Your life and job, you got to tell your team, look, if you told 10 people that, hey, look, your job, your life depends and revolves around getting 100 people, 100 people into a room, that's 1,000 people. If your goal is to put 50 people into a room in 90 days, don't even do this. This, you want to cool this thing out. This is for the builders. This is not for, the average customer. This is for the people that want to go out there and take this to the next level. That won't be everybody. Our company with IM, thank goodness we have a 90+% customer ratio. That's unheard of. That's uncanny. Our products have value. But this is for the very small percentage of people that want to go out there and actually do something big, do something great, and go out there and hit Chairman. So, let me see. Over these 90 days, guys, you're going to be doing the webinars, the calls, let's see, flyers, tickets, and your goal, let's see, right, is to, like I said, campaign to this event, guys. You want to create an event name. As you see, like Bryce Thompson, for example, he had the IM Millennials. Other teams out there, they create a campaign around the event, of an event name. They sell tickets, they promote. What I would do is, when I would do this, when I would take the tickets, I'm not going to go too far in detail at every single point in this video. We don't have much time. I'm not going to sit here for hours and hours and hours. But what we would do is to create urgency and create value for the tickets. When we would create the tickets for this event, we would put $50 on the ticket, $100 on the ticket, and we would tell our prospects, people that we were inviting to the event, we would say, look, this ticket's $50. I only have maybe 2 or 3 more tickets. And you know what? If I give you this ticket, would you be willing to come? If you cannot come, it's cool. Because this is a $50 ticket. I can easily give it to somebody else. But if I give the ticket to you, are you 100% committed? We would create that fear of loss, right? And we would show, like, I'm not just like, hey, anybody, hey, boom. Create value around the ticket. You want to create an all-star lineup. You want to call a top chairman, a top leader, and say, look, hey, Jason Brown, hey, Matt Rosa. Hey, John Guadam, hey, Emery Holmes. Hey, Garrett Roberts. Hey, Bryce. If I put 1,000 people into a room, would you come out and speak at the event? You want to create an all-star lineup. Say, hey, look. If I put 500 people into an event, maybe you're calling Chairman 10s, Chairman 25s. Hey, look. If I put this many people into a room, will you come out to the event? The future is at the event, right? Is it possible? It's possible. It's been done before. You know, you're looking forward to this. This is something that can take you from average to extraordinary, right? This is something that will take you from IBO to chairman. Something that will take you, like myself, eating top ramen to being a top earner in the entire industry of network marketing. Guys, if you put the work in, anything is possible. It sounds cliche, sounds corny, but look, it's been done. And that's the beautiful part about it. You're not coming into a brand new startup. No, guys, there are hundreds of chairmen in the company that have the same stories, different stories. You know, some people, and I love the stories that it took people years and years and years to finally hit chairman. This isn't forever. If you don't hit chairman in your first 90 days, it's okay. That's not the point. I'm showing you how I did it. It's possible, right? And this is going to hopefully inspire somebody out there to go out there and hit chairman and do the exact same thing. You got to work this like this. This is your life. You know, when I came into this, you know, I was homeless. When I joined network marketing, I was living in my car. My girlfriend was 8 months pregnant. The day that I heard about network marketing, I got out of jail. I was in jail for 30 days. I was a high school dropout working at McDonald's, Outback Steakhouse as a busboy. I mean, guys, I was down and out. You know how hard this was to share with people about a financial, opportunity, and I had never made much money in my life. I was a high school dropout living in the, a little 2-bedroom apartment in the ghetto. Like, this was not easy, but it is doable. You put the effort to put the work in. My hat's about to fly off. I don't want it to fly off on here. That'd be kind of embarrassing. So, what I did was, I had to tell people, you're gonna have to tell your family. I had to tell the mother of my child. I had to, separate and sacrifice time. I had to say, look, these next 90 days, I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna be here. It's gonna be like I am deployed overseas going to war. And it's for you. It's for us. You got to share the vision and make them see what you're doing here. As my mentor said, most people have a television. During this quarantine, I'm seeing people play Fortnite every night, Netflix and chill. I'm seeing them play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Madden, 2K. So most people have, they have a television. But few people television. Television to the people you love. Look, I'm not going to be here for the next. I'm going to be here for the next 90 days, but I'm not going to be here. Mentally, I'm going to be all in, and I need you to love me. I need you to support me. We're no longer going to be broke. We can go to Disney as many times as we want. I'm going to sacrifice the short term to live the long term. My mentor said, look, if you work your butt off like most won't, you'll live the rest of your life like most can't. Does that make sense? So the intermediate time, guys, if you want to sacrifice that, oh my goodness, sacrifice the television. The NBA, LeBron James isn't paying your bills, right? Netflix series binge watching isn't paying your bills. It's not going to retire your mom. I'm not saying that everyone watching this video is just going to watch this and suddenly just go chairman and live your dreams. But hey, dude, people have done this. I'm going to share with you how I was able to do it. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. Is it possible? Well, he might just be, sharing something he just learned or something you read in a book. No, let me tell you about how I implemented this into my business as well. Not only my first 90 days in this business when I came into it, all out massive action, but I've done it within 48 hours in multiple countries. So guys, I was in Portugal. I went there with Jason Brown, with Albert, Chairman 50 in my organization, with Andre, and he's crushing it right now out there in Portugal. Shout out to you. But we went out there for an event. These guys promoted tickets, flyers, website, they went all in. Webinars, calls, grind for 30 to 45 days straight promoting this event. And they put in, you guys remember, put in about 120 people in the room. This is one of the first launches out there in Portugal, right? Did the event. We come. Great event. Next day, Jason leaves. Albert, I think he left. But We do a training the next day. I run an Airbnb. I say, look, let's run an Airbnb. Let's do a training. Maybe what? Andre, what? 20 people showed up? You remember. And you guys who were in that room, you remember there's maybe 20 people there. Most of the people in the room weren't even ranked. No, nobody was even ranked. And we did a training that night, and we did a blitz. And we taught about how to invite and how to promote to the next day. I said, yo, let's do an event the next day. You said, dude, we don't have an event. We don't have a venue. I said, doesn't matter. We'll pay for it. I'll help pay for it. We'll just figure it out. He said, okay, cool. The next day, so that night we had the power hour. I'll teach you guys in another video about a power hour. Those things are sick. It's kind of like a boiler room. Everyone's just sitting there just doing calls on calls on calls. There's incentives, a leadership board where who can make the most invite calls and who can get the most confirmations for the event or for the webinar. Put incentives up, take them to dinner, a money incentive or something cool. So that night was calls. Next day, we have the event. We barely found the venue, right? We were nervous that we weren't even... They were like, Austin, there's no way. We spent a month and a half promoting this event with you guys coming down. We had 120 people. We set the goal of 200 people. They were like, wow, we don't think we can do it. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of outrageous. We have not even 24 hours to pack out another event. And we just promoted an event for a month and a half, 120 people. You think we're just going to put 200 people in a room? No way. I said, think bigger, much faster. Think bigger, much faster. The next day we get there. We're in the hotel lobby. There's people everywhere. The event starts in like 10 minutes, and there's like 30, 40 people just standing outside in the lobby. And I get there, and I'm like, Andre, I'm like, bro, what's good? Why is everyone... We had a 200 seater room, right? And we were nervous, man. We're not going to... Maybe not to pack it out, but I said, look, have the belief, and then everything else follows. Take the action. People are standing outside. I say, bro, why are people not inside at the venue? He says, Austin, there's no more room to stand. We filled out 200 seats. We had a standing room only. Guys, you fast forward months later, Alex Morton and I flew back out there, 800 people in a venue. You fast forward, a year after that, 2,000 people in a room were Aiden, myself, Jason Brown, Yvonne Briongos, Albert, Christopher Terry, the rest of the leaders, 2,000 people in the room. Guys, now there's so many, I'm not going to sit here and go through it, but Portugal is one of the, as you guys know, fastest growing teams and one of the fastest growing companies and one of the fastest growing industries in the world, baby. So, sheesh! Colombia. I went to Colombia in 2018. I get down there, we're in Cali, Colombia, and a leader down there that we're working with, they again, promoted the event for 45 days. Flyers, the whole shebang, confetti coming out, they had trophies, they had awards, they had certificates. They went all in for this event, promoted everything, had a whole website designed for it. Did a training the next day, same thing. Literally 20 people showed up for the training. Most of them weren't even ranked. Did the training, same thing. I look at the leader and I say, look, how about tomorrow we do an event? He pulled me outside the room. He was actually kind of pissed. I kind of like overstepped his ground. And he was like, dude, this is my team, my city. We do things professionally here. I was in a previous company, a $1 billion company. We don't do stuff like that here, man. We're not just going to throw together an event. We do things professionally. I said, David, not to be rude, but who's the chairman 100 here? Are you willing to be coachable? You want to be teachable? He said, you're right. I'll listen. I said, let's do it. Did a power hour. I trained on the invite, put some incentives up. Again, boom, power hour. So guys, the next day, we had a room for 200 people. So the first event was about 250 people. We struggled super hard. We couldn't find a venue for the next day. We could only find a venue for 200 people, right? So the next day I get there, and I pull up right before the event starts, and I'll never forget this day. It was actually the day that somebody died. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty emotional, crazy day. But I pull up to the event, game face on. I'm super excited. And guys, there are hundreds of people standing in the lobby. And I immediately go to the leader. I pull him in a room. I'm like, bro, why is everybody standing outside? Why are people not seated? He says, Austin, come here. He said, come peek through this door. We go to a back entrance of the venue. And he says, look, would you believe it? Every seat was filled up. All 200 seats. there were 300 people in the lobby. We put every prospect in the chair first. All the team and leaders and the rest of the prospects waited. We did one event of 200 people, kicked everyone out, did another event of 200 people, and people were all at the door, peeking in, looking in. Guys, 500 people. This works, right? So this 90-day blitz is something you have to be sold out to. You have to really take initiative. You have to be the leader. You have to lead this thing. If you don't do it, no one else will. Does that make sense? So let's go into this and let's go through the 3 Ps. These are 3 things that I learned that are super important. The 3 Ps, guys, right? You have your prospecting, number 1. Guys, prospecting is super important. You can't just hit P600, P1000, P2000 and say, oh, well, that's it, and start micromanaging your team. That won't work. Lead by example. Whatever you do on a day-to-day basis, your team will do. There's boats over here passing by. It's kind of loud. Right? So prospecting. You want to stay in phase 1. Right? I believe we go through that in here. I'll go into it right now. Here we go. Phase 1. Phase 1, you want to stay in that 90% of the time. Right? Phase 2, 10%. What is phase 1, phase 2? Phase 1, phase 2. Phase 1 is when you are presenting the business. You are doing events. You are on the calls, on the webinars. Not trainings. Not trainings. Not mastermind and grinds. You know, I see people, oh man, I'm working so hard and I'm grinding, I'm working. What are you doing, bro? You're not really doing anything. You're just being busy, you're not being productive. Guys, phase 2 is when you're reading books, you're reading audios, you're developing, you're on a training call, you're working with your team. Phase 1 is when you're launching. Like Brian Tracy says, that's when you're in front of somebody who is willing, capable, and able to buy your products. How much time of your day is spent presenting to new people? Okay? So prospecting. You know, you have your warm market, cold market. We talked about that. I don't know what that is. I just drew that. Warm market is the people you know. We talked about that in the previous video and how to hit P600 in 72 hours. Warm market are people you know, your friends, family, acquaintances, coworkers. Cold market are people you don't know. People, oh, I've gone through all my warm market. Bull crap. We talked about that in the previous video. Give me your phone. Give me your damn phone. And I'll sit there on my team and call that. I'll scroll through. I'll start calling all their people. Same to you watching the video. I guarantee you, no one watching the video right now can tell me they've called every single person in their phone. It's absolutely impossible. There's no way you have. Every single person you know, think about every person you know, you haven't. But cold market, prospecting, always be adding to your list. Every single day ask yourself, how many people have I presented the business to? You, yourself. Don't rely on your team. Don't call your team up, hey man, how many people have you presented to today in the business? If you're not doing it, you got to lead by example. Monkey see, monkey do. Whatever you do, your team will do. Prospecting, cold market. Guys, when we get into Ubers, I've brought Uber drivers into the events and signed them up. I've done it numerous times. Guys, when we're out in public, I'm the waiter. Easy. If the waiter does a good job, the waitress, at the end of it, I'm saying, you know what? You did a phenomenal job. You killed it. You would make so much money doing what we do. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. What do you do? Now it's not the time or place, but hey, let me get your contact info and we'll talk later. If I send you a video, would you watch it? Bang. Easy, man. Always be prospecting. I had a rule. I had a 3-foot rule. If you're within 3 feet of me, I'm prospecting you. I'm getting your information. I'm not being a robot like, hey, do you keep your income options open? No. I'm being a normal human being. Hey, man, you know, let's connect. Hey, I like your shoes. Form, F-O-R-M. Where are you from? What's your occupation? What's your recreation? And what's your motivation in life? Cool, I gotta go. I got a jet, but hey, man, let's get Instagrams. Let's connect. Let me get your phone number. Let's talk soon. Bang. Easy. Everyday prospecting. Number 2, presenting. I'm going to tell you what. There's a book I read by Malcolm Gladwell called The Outliers. I didn't read the whole book. Didn't have to. There was one chapter in that book called the 10,000 Hour Rule. Let me tell you what. That 10,000 Hour Rule changed my life. He studied all the most successful people in the world. Right? You look at the J.P. Morgans, the Michael Jordans. You know, you look at the people like the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts. Every single person at an elite success level put a minimum of 10,000 hours into their craft. Now that's not actually, I'm talking about practice. Anybody ever seen that AI video? Play for the 76ers, the point guard? Practice. You're talking about practice. You talk about practice. Practice. Right? Practice. No, not events. No, not when you're on the calls. I'm telling you what, guys. when I first came to the industry, I would study the best. I literally would go to businessforhome.org and I would look up all the top 200 earners in the entire industry. And I would Google them, study them, YouTube them, and I would sit there. I would write down notes of how they presented. I would stare in the mirror and present over and over and over. I'm not bullcrapping you guys. Guys, when we talk about prospect, you know how many times I got told no? Oh my gosh. The only reason your chairman leader is where they are now, the only difference between myself or a chairman leader, a Julian Kushner, a Richard Blakener, any of these guys, the only difference is that they've been told no, F you, it's a scam, more times than you have. And when people tell you it's a scam, let's be real, what does scam stand for? S-C-A-M? Come on now. Still cooking at McDonald's, still confused about money, still chilling at mom's. Stop that. Never burn bridges, because you might need to cross them again. Always keep, if you say no, no doesn't mean no, no means not right now. We're getting off topic, but presenting. Guys, Aiden, my son, when I came into the business, I would literally sit and when I would do events, they weren't even no-shows, they were me-shows, because I was the only person there. So what would I do? Instead of just getting discouraged and be like, oh, this doesn't work, I'm going to quit. Nope, never quit. I would take Aiden, when he was a baby, I would sit him on the couch. I would go upstairs and I would get all his little action figures, and I would sit him on the couch. And I would sit there and I would present the business over and over and over and over. It gave, I was like, oh, I'm going to practice. I'm going to put the hours in. Presenting. How many times per day are you presenting the business? I'd be like, look, if you help get 3 people, you're P600. So Woody and Buzz Lightyear, what do you guys think? You ready to get started? I would sit there and present over and over and over and over and over on a day-to-day basis. How many new people are you sharing the presentation to? Yourself. Lead by example. Not just for your teams, not just for your leaders, but yourself. How many new people are you presenting to, right? And let me tell you what, this is a very high-paid skill set. So is this. Look at Khalil and Nigel. These kids are some of the youngest chairmen in the company. They're chairman 25. I remember working with them years ago, and what was their secret? They didn't even master this yet. They're amazing leaders now, but let me tell you what, when they first got involved in the industry, dude, these guys mastered prospecting. If you get them to show up, we'll get them to sign up. They would put people's butts in seats. That's a huge skill set. As Eric World talks about, for every skill set you master, it's like they talk about for every language you master. You can add another $100,000 to your income per year, right? So they master prospecting. These kids are they soared their way to chairman by being able to prospect and put people in seats. They weren't even the ones presenting. And now they're amazing presenters, but let me tell you what, these two right here, they're very key and important. But presenting, right? The team with the most presenters makes the most money. You want to get good at presenting. They say that the person at the front of the room makes the most money. The person at the front of the room makes the most money. So when I got involved in MLM, I'm like, look, I need to be at the front of the room. I need to be launching. The person with the marker makes the most money. The person at the front of the room, right? And you want to get new people up. When you're launching, you don't want the same people every single presentation, webinar, call. Guys, get new faces in there. Get new faces in there. If somebody just joined and they're 2 and free, boom, have them open up a call. Have them open up an event. You hit P150, oh, you're speaking today. Excuse me? You just hit P150, Sarah. You're going to be opening up today. No, I'm not. No, yes, you are. Why? Well, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared, I'm afraid. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You're scared, you're afraid. What's more scarier? Getting on in front of a... What's scarier to you? What's more uncomfortable for you? Prospecting and getting told no by a stranger? Or your mom gets stage 4 cancer, you can't afford to pay for her health bills? What's more uncomfortable and scarier to you? You got to create your different fear, right? What's more uncomfortable? Jumping on a webinar and talking to people, or not being able to pay your bills? Somebody, God forbid, in your family gets hurt or is sick, you can't help them. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Put a new person up in front of the room. They say that the fear of talking is bigger than the fear of dying. People would rather at a funeral be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. Overcome that fear, guys. You're going to have to in this business. Number 3, promoting. Promoting. This is super important. Promoting the events. So not only prospecting and presenting, but getting them to the big events. We talked about it earlier. 90-day game plan. Whew. You ready? Do you have any water?
Yeah, let's go.
Good look. So promoting, guys. This is super key. This is very important. Promoting to the big events. Being able to pack out rooms. Now, we're doing a Project 1000, whatever your campaign name is. You guys are sold out to this event, promoting this event. Everything you do, every single call, webinar, conversation is promoting this event. When you're just inviting, when you're pushing an event, you mention it here, you talk about it here, but when you're promoting, every conversation is about an event. Your girlfriend says, hey babe, these new pants from Fashion Nova, did they look good? Did they make me look fat? You say, babe, oh my gosh, sheesh, you look amazing in those pants. You know what? I think you look so amazing at the event in 90 days with those pants. Let me tell you what. Your friend says, hey bro, you know, I just gotta let go of my job. Times are hard right now. It's coronavirus and this, that, the other. So you know what? Man, it sucks, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Bro, none of that's going to matter in 90 days at this event. Every conversation, mom says, look, hey, what do you want for dinner tonight? You know, we're having lentil soup. You say, mom, you know what? That sounds good. I'll eat that tonight. You know what? I'll eat it on the day of the event that you're going to come to with your friends, mom. Promo. Every conversation, everything you do is promoting. When you're a promo, you look at Don King. You think Don King made all this money? We're not going to go here or there into politics, but you look at the promoters. Promoters sometimes make more than the boxers, right? They make more than the people that are actually in the ring because they're promoting. They're good at what they do. Now, that may not be true in today's. We look back in the 70s and 80s. There are people who made a lot of money just promoting, right? Oh, sheesh. The 5 M's, guys. Let's go into it. Hope you guys are getting some good value. We're gonna kick it up in gear. Here we go. The 5 M's. What are the 5 M's of network marketing? Let's get it, baby. I know some of you are sitting there saying it out loud. Say it louder. What are the 5 M's? I can't hear you. What are the 5 M's? More meetings means more momentum. More meetings means more money. More meetings means more everything, right? Meetings. Now we're in a global pandemic right now. The company has almost basically doubled in size on our webinars, our Zoom calls. Everything's online right now. So people are really starting to see the power of building online. But hey, when this thing gets over, let me tell you what. When you look at these rappers out here, when you look at these artists, go Google how much these artists make on selling T-shirts. Go Google how much they make off of their music on YouTube. Let me tell you what, go Google how much they make on their tours. Go look at how much Drizzy made off of his tour with Future back in 2016. Go look at The Weeknd's last tour. Go look at Travis Scott's last tour in 2019. Go look at the numbers on Astro World Tour. There's a secret why people make money on these tours. More meetings means more money. How many meetings per day are you doing? I wouldn't go to bed until I did a certain amount of meetings every single day. I need to do a certain amount of 3-way calls. I'm not going to go to bed until I do it, right? Do you want to be good or do you want to be great? What do you want to be? Whew. Now, in these 90 days, there's 4 phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 1. What's phase 1? Phase 1. Phase 1. Here it goes. I'm feeling myself. I feel some chairman. Ah! Woo! I can feel it. Do you feel it? I feel it. I can feel your chairman coming. I don't know. How you do anything is how you do everything. You gotta celebrate your success before it happens. Woo! Let's get it. I was jacked. I was smacking my head against the wall before I hit chairman. Knew I was gonna hit it. Knew my team was gonna hit it. Let's get it, baby. Now, let me tell you what. When you go chairman, that's one hell of a feeling. But when your best friend goes chairman, sheesh. Don't talk to me right now. Look, 90 days. 90 days is phase 1. That's the first thing you're focused on. This 90-day blitz, you're all in, all out massive action, the webinars, the promo, the tickets, the grind, the calls, the late nights, guys, the presenting, the prospecting, the promo. Phase 2 is going to be the events, right? Stellar event, all-star lineup, gonna crush it, gonna kill it. My bad. Sorry, bro. Phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be the post-event. What are you doing after the event? How do you follow up? People, this is where people, they fill up the hot air balloon and then it deflates because they don't lead after the event properly. So after the event, what you're going to do is you're going to promote the next event. So phase 4 is the next event. And what you do is, at that event, you sell tickets to the next event. At the event, you sell out the next event at that event. You build from event to event to event to event. That's what the multi-million dollar, that's what the billion-dollar companies do, man. They build from event to event. Because these events change lives, right? And Eric War says, for the conventions, the regionals, the national conventions, for every person you get to a convention, you can add an extra $1,000 per year onto your income. Think about that. Whew! I don't know about you guys, but this is value. Right? At the event, you do a discount. You say, look, guys, right? You're promoting the next event at the event. You say, guys, for everyone that buys a ticket now, they're half off. You sell them for $5, $10, whatever it may be. Guys, promote and sell that event out at that event. That's what the most successful top earners do, right? And this requires a what? It requires a leader, guys. 90 days can change your life. Incentives. Guys, you can put incentives up. Be creative. What I do is I build around a private dinner. I'll say, look, if I have chairmen coming to the event, if I have people coming, there's a private dinner after the event. And let me tell you what, I edify this dinner like you're sitting with the freaking President of the United States. I edify it like you are sitting with Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Lionel Messi, Ronaldo. I make this seem like the cream of the crop. This dinner, oh my goodness, the event, whoo, the dinner, that's where the real nuggets are. You gotta come, and whoever, I'll say, look, if you bring over 10 people, you get to come to the dinner. I'll say, hey, if you're whoever enrolls this many people, if you enroll 10 people or more by the 90 days, you get to come to the dinner. If you are a P1000, it'll be a P1000 dinner. You get to come. I'll put up incentives and things on the table, you know? Money, different things, whatever you may do, get creative. I can't share all my secrets, or else they would not be secrets, guys. But sheesh. Hope you guys are getting a little bit of value out of this. This is what I did. This is what I did. Now, how do you go chairman? I'll break it down real quick. A little bit of leg structure. Guys, think about it like this. Chairman, 500 people. Break it down. Super simple. I'll make another video about this how to structure. Really quick to walk through this. This kind of may confuse you, but pay attention. It's really simple. Guys, 40% leg structure on each of your 2 legs, and then you can have your 20%. So that means 80% of your business can come from 2 legs. That's insane. So what you can do is just focus on building 2 massive teams, still focusing on all your teams. But what I do is I just blow out 2 legs. Amateurs balance, professionals blow out legs. 500 people. That's 200, 200, 100 people, right? So what I do here, pretty simple, is I focus on, you know, take the focus off of yourself and put it on somebody else. If you can help 10 to 15 people go P1000, that's your chairman. If you break it down, it's a lot simpler when you do that, right? Instead of focusing on, I want to go chairman, I'm going to help 10 to 15 people go P1000, right? I am so happy and grateful that in 90 days, by this date, I have helped this many people go Platinum 1000. Be exact, be on point. But this is usually what it is for chairmen. They have 10 to 15 Platinum 1000s, right? Okay. Ooh. 3 reasons why people quit. Let me tell you this. It's not too important, but it is important. But in your 90 days, you're not focused on who's quitting. You're focused on who is staying, who is all in. People will quit. People will give up. That's not what you're focused on. Guys, my first month, most of my team quit. Guys, my first year was the hardest year in the industry. It gets harder as you go. Different heights require different problems. But look, more money brings more problems. But look, 3 reasons why people quit. Let's look at it. Number 1, they're not a product of the product. Guys, I can't explain it enough. Right? We see all these products we have. Plug people in. Have them download the MetaTrader 4 right away and start using a demo account to start seeing blue. If they see blue, they're going to go, woo! Right? Number 2, educated. People aren't educated. Those audios that I put in the previous video, make sure they understand the industry. The Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Business of the 21st Century, the Jim Rohn, the Eric War. Have them understand what network marketing is, the power of Forex. Right? I have a video on the power of Forex with the water jugs. Make them, I educated my team. I got them plugged into the product. If they're not a product of the product, if they don't make money right away, they're going to quit and give up, right? What are they paying for? What are they in the company for? Number two, educated. Make sure they're educated on what this actually is. This is the most powerful platform in the world, guys. This is the new age to make money. Guys, this is the digital freedom age. Number three is plugged in. This is where ego and pride will kill you because you don't plug your team into uplines higher than you, people more successful than you. A 15-second FaceTime call can change their life. To a chairman above you, to another person, get them connected with people outside of you. People. Sometimes you're too close to relate, but you're not far enough away to motivate. So my first year in the industry, I would tell my team this, that, the other training. They wouldn't listen to me. But if I would get a chairman on the call, or a chairman in my previous company, a six-figure earner, everything he said was like gold. He would say like, dude, the sky is blue. They're like, oh, your sky is blue, bro. I'm like, bro, what? Sometimes you're too close to relate, not far enough away to motivate. So get them plugged in with other leaders. Even take their Instagram. I'll take their Instagram and their Facebook and I'll turn it into a freaking mentor list. Unfollow all these dweebs. I'm sorry, I'm being a little aggressive right now, but some of you are following a lot of stupid stuff on social media, watching funny memes and cat videos and this, that, the other. I'm sorry, Sarah. Congratulations on your new baby. Congratulations on you guys getting married. Congratulations on you, doing this, that, the other. I support everyone. I want everyone to win. I'm not down on anything. But look, right now, I got to reprogram my mind. I need to follow all of the chairmen in the company, all of the six-figure earners. Go to the back office, the Chairman Hall of Fame. Follow all of the top earners. That's all I did. I would watch them every single day. Boom, 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 boom. My mentor said there's the 10% rule. You want to be a millionaire, don't study a millionaire. Study somebody who's made $10 million. If you want to be a billionaire, somebody who's made over $10 billion. The 10% rule. You'll do 10% of what your mentor teaches you. Make sense? So study the best, man. You want to go chairman, study the Chairman 100s. I don't know. It's simple. Start reprogramming your mind. Some of you have too much bullcrap on social media. Right here. Let's see. Guys, my son's 7 years old. He's a chairman of the company. If my son can hit chairman, you can hit it too. If I was able to come into the company, hit chairman 100, leave, come back, hit chairman 100 again. If I can do it, why can't you? If I can do it twice, you can do it once. Absolutely, no doubt about it. One thing you want to ask yourself every single day: what's the most effective and efficient use of my time right now? Guys, staple that to your forehead. Literally put it as your back on your phone. I got into a habit of asking myself, what's the most effective and efficient use of my time right now? All day. What's the most effective and efficient use of my time right now? What's the most effective and efficient use of my time right now? I will catch myself scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, bull crapping, doing this. No, guys, I'm telling you what, during this 90-day sprint, you're going to have to put away the Netflix. You're going to have to put away, hanging out with Bae, doing this, going to the barbecues. Guys, I missed a lot of freaking birthdays. Let me tell you what. I missed a lot of holidays. There were times where I would cry on tour where Aiden is sitting there crying on the phone, Daddy, why aren't you here for Halloween? Guys, I've missed more Halloweens than I've been to for my son. I've missed more birthdays, okay? I've missed more holidays. And people say, well, it goes God, family, and business. I believe, hey, you know what? I believe that. But let me tell you what, for this 90-day period, you're going to have to keep God first. But hey, you're going to have to keep the business with your family right there, because let me tell you what, this business is your family, and this business will do things that'll put your family in position above your business someday. Let me tell you what, when you go chairman, every day is your birthday. You hear? Every day is a holiday. Mother's Day and Father's Day doesn't come once a year. It comes every day when you're a chairman 100. Let me tell you that much, right? You can do whatever you want. You can do flowers every day. You can spoil mom every day. Let me tell you what, that is the real flex, right? You want to be enrolling 20 people per month. Now look, this system's not for everyone. Guys, this is not the everyone watch this video, everyone's going to do this. This is for the select few individuals who want greatness, who want to go above and beyond, who want more. And that sounds cliche, like, well, why wouldn't I want more? But no. You got to really want this. You got to become obsessed. As I say, I'm not addicted. I'm committed. I'm all in. I'm not motivated. I'm dedicated. When you're motivated, that wears off. When you're dedicated, you're in. Guys, 20 enrollments a month sounds like a lot. It's hard to do. It's not easy. Let me tell you what, if you set a goal, even if you fall short, hey man, like they say, you know, shoot for the moon and fall on a star. 20 people per month, how do you do that? How do you do that? 20 no's a day. I went for 20 no's a day. I wouldn't sleep until 20 people told me no. I presented to 20 people and they said no. We're running out of time here. And finally, last but not least, guys, a train on the runway, right? Imagine this. When you get momentum, it's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things in life. Now imagine a train on the runway, and if you have a little 5-inch block here, say the train is stopped, you have a little 5-inch block of wood. Guys, that train won't even be able to go and create enough momentum to move past that little 5-inch block of wood. But when you have momentum, let me tell you what, momentum is one of the hardest things to build. But when you have it, baby, it's on like Donkey Kong. Let's say down the railroad track, you have a 5-foot wall thick of cement. And this train's going 60 miles per hour. What's going to happen to that 5-foot cement wall? The same train that couldn't move past a 5-inch block of wood going 60 miles an hour is going to smack through that wall of cement. That's momentum for you, right? And then guys, last but not least, 5 books that I would recommend. Number 1 is Building an Empire by Brian Crothers. Number 2 is Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. Amazing little short read book. Next would be Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. And I forgot to write the 5th book. But I would say another really good book would probably be, I would definitely read Eric Worre's Go Pro. It's an amazing book. The 7 skills to becoming a network marketing professional. So guys, I hope this video helps you on how to hit Chairman 10 in 91 days. This is how I did it. This is how other people have done it in 30 days. There's people in the company that have done it in 2 weeks. Is it possible? Oh, it's impossible. Well, guess what? If you write the word impossible, what does it say? I'm possible. Let's get it. Fuck out of here, my nigga.